Hello, hopefuls, and thanks so much for coming back to my channel today. I want to share with you one of my Instacart shops, what I have been doing lately on the side, and some tips and some of the screenshots to help you out if you decide to join Instacart. And just let me know if you have any questions down below. This particular shop is at Food Lion in my area. With Instacart, it's normally Food Lion in my town and Aldi. Sometimes I will venture out and go to Publix, but I usually stay in the area to save on gas and time, and if I need to run back home for anything. When I get in the store, I always wipe down the handle. I also carry some sanitizer with me in my car, so I clean my hands before and after a shop. After touching so many things, your hands just feel so yucky. So when you first come in the store, you're going to swipe across, which I'll show later, that right here, you'll slide to start shopping. It is going to check your GPS location. So when you have this app, you will always have your location on. So it knows which store you're at. It will send you to a particular store. You want to do a quick scroll up and down of the phone of your app to see if you have any deli items. You want to go ahead and do those first. Okay, so I realized that I edited a lot of this out. So if you're not familiar, Instacart and Shipt is a grocery delivery company. So you can either shop your groceries on their app, and you can order them, and you can get someone to deliver them for you. With Instacart, it's an hour or less. With Shipt, it may be an hour or two. Also, depending on your area, depends on which stores that they offer. With Shipt is more so in my area, Harris Teeter and Target. Depending on which company you use, you can also have the option of ordering your groceries through that grocery store like Publix or Harris Teeter, and you can just get someone to deliver them. So they will shop it in store at Publix or Harris Teeter, this grocery store itself, and then someone from Shipt or Instacart will deliver them only. If you are elderly, disabled, had a baby, you have little ones, or you just don't want to go to the store, this is a great option. Put their items in order of the fastest route. So usually it's the produce, and then they'll go down line by line. I know Publix, they have an aisle number, which is really convenient. And most of the time with my fruit, I always put it in a bag. Just like in my meats, I put it in a bag. It's just easier. Even my bananas, I put them in a bag most of the time. And Instacart will also, which I'll show you guys in a second, you have to weigh it, and you have to put that amount in the app. When you go to Aldi, it doesn't necessarily ask you to weigh everything, maybe just the grapes and also the bananas, but most of the fruit at Aldi, you just find it and you don't have to scan it, and it will just clear off the app and go into the done section. When I'm shopping, another tip I want to give you is don't worry about taking your entire purse. What I do is I take this ID holder and I put my ID in it. The 2 prepaid cards that you use to do the order for Instacart or Shipt, I put them in there. If I plan on purchasing something for myself, I will slide my personal debit card in there or some cash with it. But I only take my keys, my phone, and this lanyard with everything with me. Okay, guys, so I know that by doing this for a while, that a pound and a half of bananas is about 3 to 4 bananas. So what I did was I weighed them. Then you're going to click on this. You're going to put found item, and then you're going to put the weight. So it was about 1.7 pounds. You're going to put it in, find, and then it's going to take it off your list. You have 36 items to do over here. In review, if the customer wants to, you had to substitute or something and they want to, they have to look and see. You can check out without reviewing depending on the customer's preference, and then you can put one done. This area is done over here. Another tip, guys, is don't waste a lot of time looking for something if you can't find it. You'd be amazed at some of the things I did not know, like to the right, that tofu was over there. You would think tofu would be somewhere else, but just ask a sales associate. Don't be pesky about it every single time. Try to look for it yourself, but don't waste a lot of time if you can't find it, and ask them if they have any in the bag. Most of the time everything is out, but just in case, if it's not, just ask. Okay, so I found the hearts of romaine over here. You see they have stuff that's similar, and if you scan the wrong thing, it'll let you know. It also has like the ounces, the location, how much, and then so you find the item and then you're going to scan it. So I can't do this with both hands. For some reason you can't find the item, there is a button that says can't find item. It will bring up some replacement substitutions. It's very important that you want to substitute the item, because that helps the customer not have to go back to the store for it, and then it also helps you as far as providing great customer service. So I found it and scanned it. You want to make sure that your lettuce and stuff is not like brown. Make sure that your produce looks good. You don't just want to pick up anything. So now I'm looking for the sugar, 64 ounces. I found it. Sometimes the packaging may look different. No, this is it. Okay, y'all, now I'm looking for some Lysol wipes. Sometimes it's good to just leave your buggy, so that's why it's best to just have your card and your keys and leave your purse at home. Let's see, I'm looking for 35 wipes. Okay, so here's the wipes. I'm going to scan it. Let's see if I can leave it up here so I can show you guys. I'm going to scan it. And that's it. And when you are on the aisle, make sure you scroll up and down to make sure it's nothing else on this aisle across on both ways. But it tells you what aisle or what area, beverages, snacks, meat and food. Most stores are accurate, but some may be off a little bit. So also, like, the meat is right here. So it'll be best to go back right here, because I know I need some ham, I think, some sausage, and Lunchables, so you won't keep backtracking. Okay, guys, so I'm all checked out, and you're going to keep your receipt. You're not going to put the receipt in the bags. That's with Instacart or shipped. And I didn't take you guys to the checkout, so because it had like card numbers and stuff, and then I forgot to. So I'm going to put this stuff in the car, and I like to put my stuff in the back seat. And you see how I have the insulated bags? I put her stuff back in there to keep it cold. With shipped, the cashier was saying that with Instacart she don't see a lot of people doing it, but you are supposed to do it. And with shipped, you're definitely supposed to do it. Well, not definitely, both of them you're definitely supposed to do it. And then let's see, I need to deliver whole order, so when I'm ready to deliver, I will swipe across and it will take me to the navigation to Google, or I think the other one is Wave, I'm not sure. And yeah, so let me load this up. This is the main page that you see when you become a shopper with Instacart, and this is letting you know that right here that you have one batch available. Sometimes it may be 2 or 3. So recently Instacart has came up with this program where it's on demand. So when they have peak times and they need someone to cover a batch, which is the grocery shop, they will put out these alerts. Your phone will go off and you can choose to do it or not. I am so grateful for them rolling out this new program because I'm able to grab hours and I can work around my family schedule where I don't need childcare, daycare, or pay someone or anything like that. It's really flexible and I'm able to make some money on the side. So also here you have how I'm doing, which I'll go into depth later. Probably in another video. You can select your hours, contact support, and shopper help here. On this particular page, once you accept the order or either you decide to take the order with on demand, it has the name of the store, the address, the customer's first name and their last initial, the due date of the shop at or before has a certain time, of course the date. It'll have a map in their address to the customer's house, and then it has notes here. So this particular, a lot of times there are no notes, but sometimes there are, and this one says please you can drop it off at the front porch, thank you. And then you can contact the customer. You click that and you can either call them, they will not have your phone number and you won't have theirs, but it's the way they rigged it up, and or you can text them or you can call shopper support. This is your page when you arrive at the store, when you're going to start your shop, and it just has the store address. If you need to navigate to that store, like if you are on shift, meaning you're not doing on demand, or if you just don't know where that store is, you can hit navigate and it's going to open up a new screen. MapQuest is going to pop up or whatever you use, and then it's going to have the customer's name, how many orders they had. This may have been their 11th order. It also will have the number of items and units. So the number of units is actually how many items, how many units of things that you're going to have. So you're going to have 40 things in your buggy, but the 37 items, you're going to have 37 different items. So they may be duplicates of those units, if that makes sense. So it looks like in this order, I'm picking up 3 of the same duplicate items. So on this page, it's showing the meat, how much, exactly what it is, as far as 85% lean, 15% fat, the cheeses, and then down here at the bottom is the timer. So it gives you a goal and it actually starts counting down once you start shopping. So a lot of times I beat that goal, especially in Aldi, but a lot of times I do go over in the red when it gets closer to that time and over, but you just do your best. On this particular page, you can see where I have 29 to do. In review means the customer needs to review it. They'll let you know, it'll give you an alert if you need to review it, replace it. They'll let you know that replacement doesn't work for them, or you already have some completed. I think this is one done over here, but this is all the daily meat. So it tells you how much a pound, a half of a pound, and you want to do this, scroll all the way through your app down your list and get this out the way first. So go to your daily counter, get them to cut all of your meat, your cheeses, whatever, and then come back and get it so you won't be standing there wasting time. So this is a lifesaver. This is just a live preview of me doing a screenshot, recording my screen. It shut down my phone a lot of times, so I couldn't do it a whole lot, but I did get this one to show you exactly what it looks like as I'm scrolling and scanning. So I'm looking for some Mount Olive kosher baby deals, and it's also going to show like how I thought I had the right ones. It will let you know it's not the right ones, but a lot of times, especially in Aldi, it'll say it's not the right ones and you know it's the right one because they don't have a big selection of things. So you always want to make sure that it is the same exact item, the ounces and the type, because it can look very similar and the packaging may have changed, or it is something totally different and maybe unsalted, reduced fat, and it's the very same packaging. So here I thought I had the correct kosher baby deals and I didn't. It let me know, and so it will say try again. Also, when you get the correct ones, when you scan it at the bottom, it will say mark force. So when it says mark force, a lot of things in Aldi necessarily will not go through. I don't know why, it's just like that sometimes in Aldi, and you know it's the right item. So when you hit mark force, it's going to take you to a photo screen. You're going to take a picture of the photo, a picture of the item, and then you're going to save it, and then it's going to put it in your done list. But again, if it's not Aldi, or even if it is, make sure you double check, triple check, quadruple check that it's the right item, because there's so many times I thought it was and it wasn't. Also, guys, at the top it says 2 times Mount Olive kosher deals. That means you're going to pick up 2 of them, and this screen will double check that. So don't just put in 3 and don't pick up 3, because then you have missing items from their order. So make sure you get it off the shelf, put it right in the cart as soon as you hit that quantity button. Here's another one that says 2 times Hanover garbanzo beans, chickpeas. You want to make sure you grab 2 of them off the shelf. This is an example of the meat department where this Roseland marinated pork tenderloin teriyaki. I remember this order because I picked up, I think, garlic accidentally, won't paying attention. It let me know. You also have to put in the pounds that particular item is, and that they want 1, because they'll let you know if it's 2. If it's 2, you're going to just get out your calculator and you're going to do some math and add both of them together and put in the pounds. So it's $3.49 a pound. They want around 1.25 pounds of that teriyaki. This is pre-packaged, so it's not as bad as something that's not pre-packaged. I always wrap my meats in bags. I do it just like it's mine. I shop for groceries just like it's my food. So I treat every order just like it's mine. I don't throw it. I take care of it. And on this particular screen, this is showing the amount of how much I got paid for a particular batch. So this particular order, I got paid $24.58. It was 1 batch. Instacart paid me $18.49. The customer tip was $5. It's a little blurry for me, guys. It's some change. The active time was 1 hour and 34 minutes. Looking at the time, it probably was my very first one of the day. So a lot of times I am still at home, so it may take me a little bit to get out the house and get ready to get out the house. So looking at the amount, it probably was a pretty big order, and they probably gave me like 40 to 50 minutes to shop it. So Instacart will give you a certain time to shop the order. On this particular screen, it's a breakdown of your order, of your batch, and it tells you how you got paid. I remember this one because I grabbed it at Food Line. I thought it was going to be super simple, but a lot of things were out of stock. She wanted some lean cuisine meals, so that's why it says 9 items, 19 units, because she wanted a lot of duplicate things. So Instacart was going to pay me $7 for her order. And then she went back and she rated me 5 stars, so I got an additional $3, so I ended up getting $10. And then her tip was only $2.40, which you see a lot. But she went back and she changed it to $14 because I took the time out to call her and get her order straight, because there was so many different substitutions. I was a little bit late over her order, but it turned out to be worth leaving my house because I ended up with $24. This is a different order, and it also will show how much the order will pay. You'll get paid more if it's a heavy item, like a lot of water or a kitty litter or something like that. Also, it will pay you 60 cents per mile based off the order, like if it's a distance away. It'll also list like how far the customer is or was from the store. This particular person went back and they rated me, so I got 5 stars, so I get another $3. And those $3, they make a difference, guys, and they really add up. I'm not sure if you can let the customer know, if you can tell them to rate you. I think it's against their policy, but they have up to 3 days to rate you. Also, based off of the amount of the order, is a lot of times the customer leave it at that set amount for the tip, so they don't change it, so the customer's tip can change based off the amount of the order. So here's another of a breakdown of a particular order that I had and how much I got paid. Some of them are really good and some of them are not. With the new system of on demand, you can kind of be a little choosy with what you pick. I've learned to really not to take any order that someone doesn't take the time out to even tip at all. I did that once and I won't do it again, because you have to realize you're using your gas and this is your time. So if it's just a $7 order, I'll stay at home. But when you're working on the clock with them and you have hours, it's a little bit tougher to not accept it without getting penalized. So I realized I like doing on demand better than actually being on the clock and having hours, because I can't really choose what I pick. It kind of just pops up when you have that time frame from whatever you're working for. So this is a snapshot of, I think, my second week when I started doing on demand. I made $301 that week. I did 18 batches. And my customer tips was $105, and the Instacart payment was $197.22. This wasn't bad. I'm grateful for this because it can help out with our household, something that I started doing. But our area really needs to get better. Honestly, with the tips, there are some places that they are simply killing it with the tips. They're making more money with tips than they are with the Instacart or the ship payments. I mean, it's just so inspirational to see some payments that some people actually make in a week. And here's just a list of what I made each day. And yeah, I learned to pick and choose the best batches, or try to pick. Sometimes you just don't know what come across your screen. I know with Shipped is more so based off your ratings, your scores that you have, based off the best ones that you may get. Instacart, I think they may gear that way. I'm not sure. But a lot of places with Shipped, I have seen people make what I made in a week in a day. So yeah. On this particular screen, this is showing my current balance at this particular time that I'm screenshot this. So it's $113.89. I have a cash out balance of $59. So the cash out balance is the payments that Instacart has paid me, even the quality bonuses, and so I can cash that out. Long as you attach your debit card to it, it has like a whole thing. It's really easy. You just walk through it and it'll instantly, within seconds, will be into your account. The tips, you have to wait for payday, which is on Wednesday, to get those. Before you do get paid every week with Instacart, you will have to wait for everything. So I love this option. I hope Ship goes to this option too. And then also it shows your transaction history. So right here, I did a cash out of $34.31. And then based off your area, they have referral bonuses. And our area, we have like over 650 shoppers. So our referral bonus is not as high. So your area may need more shoppers. So your referral bonus may be larger. Some areas it's as large as 250. So guys, I hope this video was really helpful for you. If you have any questions, please let me know down in the description box, or questions that you want me to answer in a sit down video of all things about Instacart and Shipped. I probably have more answers about Instacart because I've been doing it a little bit more recently, but I do love how flexible it is. It works great for my personality. I don't like to be stuck in one place. As I'm getting older, I'm realizing I like to have the freedom to do things around my family and what is best for us. So this way I don't have to worry about childcare. I know my children are safe. Don't have to ask someone, do I need to be off or can be off? I can still make money. I love to shop, love to grocery shop. So this works so well for me at this present time. I probably won't do it forever, but I really enjoy it. So this is great if you're trying to pay off debt for a vacation, if you're limited in childcare. I know, I'm limited and always been limited in childcare, but we have to pay out of pocket for childcare. We no longer get assistance for childcare, and it's really expensive. And I'm not paying someone half of my paycheck to watch my children or child. So this is a blessing for me. And I always had to figure out some kind of way to bring in so much income, a sort of income for my family. And I always seem over the years able to do that somehow, some way. And it just feels so good to be able to contribute to your household. I also like doing it because it gets me out of the house. I don't sit and worry about who's doing what on social media, who's doing what on YouTube. And I didn't tackle all of these mommy or wife duties at home. And it also keeps me active and walking and stuff like that. So I do enjoy it as well, far as those reasons. Guys do this. A lot of men do it. I think it's great for men because they can do the heavy lifting and so forth. And women, it's great for women because a lot of women are great with details and so forth. So if you're organized, good with details, quick, love to grocery shop, this is perfect for you. Again, guys, I'll put all the links down in the description box so you can get started, and also take advantage of this yourself. If you're with Shipped, you can get this service free. So if you're a shopper. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye-bye.